G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another late night session. I'm your host, Jay, mate, and we're just here to pump some billies, which I left over there on the counter because I've changed my whole setup. So I'm going to have to go grab that billy. It's right over there. So I'll be back in a second. Not only do we need the billy, but we got a chop too. How are we doing for time? It is an extra late one. Alright, cool. Cool. Alright, let's chop up. Day Pete, good to see you, bro. Hope you're having a good night. Keeping out of trouble, my bro. Hot Ricks has joined the server. Look out. Ricky's about. Alright. On a JMO, g'day Mick. How you doing, bro? I've just been watching this new fucking zombie show. Guys, hey, hold a second. My bad. Yeah, never mind. I was watching this zombie show called Black Summer, which is pretty decent. But yeah, good show. Sorry, I'm cutting in and out. This stuff goes in here. But yeah, new show's good. It's not really new. It came out a few years ago, but it's still good. Yeah. Can't complain. Sort of like Quentin Tarantino, where everybody has the potential to cop it out of nowhere. G'day, snoozing. Good stuff, bro. Got the chop, Billy. Good stuff. That's the way. Let's get this Sesh mixed up. I might even throw on a tune. I got one lined up. Chill tune. Something nice.
There's far too many questions to ask, to answer any of them tonight. For I wear too many masks to tell if any of them are wrong or right. And confusion casts a shadow upon me, like a great big cloud in the sky. And now, oh, I pray for rain, 'cause it's been so long since I let myself you cry. For so long I sing this sad old song, and it feels like my time is up. For she came and landed in my arms, and she filled my half-empty cup. Yeah, she filled my half-empty cup. Oh, there you are, right in front of me, a brand new day. The sunrise over sea, no longer my cup half empty, 'cause there you are, you and your mom in front of me, in front of me. And now I go up above me, and I think that great old God in the sky, telling me my cup ain't half empty. It took my little girl to show me why. For so long I sing this sad old song, and it feels like my time is up. For she came and landed in my arms, and she filled my half-empty cup. Yeah, she filled my half-empty cup. Oh, there you are, right in front of me, a brand new day. Sunrise over sea, no longer my cup half empty, 'cause there you are, you and your mom in front of me. Peaches and cream to me, you both are peaches and cream to me. Peaches and cream to me, you and your mom and around on me.
Okay, couple good tunes. Next lineup on, we've got the Dead South, Deep When the Rivers. Okay. Fuck me. drink. I'll grab a drink in a second. Before we do that, though, we're gonna have another video because why the fuck not? Why not? If we can. So I'll give you a light. I don't know, till I pack this cone and go around 5 seconds. And then we'll light it, we'll smoke it, and we'll get blazed. Or medicated.
I don't need no woman's cries, scrounging around blood calls. Watch the devil when he's ready to call out. We run, or down south. Never look into those eyes of Satan's well. We run, or down south. People play with your heart. Guns are firing. Starting. Just help me. Dog it down. Children run and they scream, they shout out. We run, or down south. Never look into those eyes of Satan's well. We run, or down south. We've all seen the man at the liquor store begging for your change. The hair on his face is dirty, dreadlocked in for the main. He asked the man for what he could spare with shame in his eyes. Get a job, you fucking slobs, all he replied. God forbid you ever had to walk a mile in his shoes. Then you really might know what it's like to sing the blues. Yeah, then you really might know what it's like. Yeah, then you really might know what it's like. Yeah, then you really might know what it's like. Yeah, then you really might know what it's like. Mary got pregnant from a kid named Tom, said he was in love. He said, don't worry about a thing, baby doll, I'm a man you've been dreaming of. But 3 months later, he said he won't date or return her call. And she swear, goddamn, if you find that man, cut off his ball. Then she heads for the clinic and she gets some static walking through the door. They call her a killer, and they call her a sinner, and they call her a whore. God forbid you ever had to walk a mile in her shoes. Then you really might know what it's like to have to choose. Then you really might know what it's like. 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 Seen a rich man beg, seen a good man sin, seen a good man cry. loser win and a sad man grin. I heard an honest man lie. I see the good side of bad and the downside of everything between. I lick the silver spoon, drink from the golden cup, smoke the finest green. Stroke the baddest dimes, these couple of times before I broke their heart. You know where it is, yo, it usually depends on where you start. Max used to get back stacked out on the corner with drugs. They like to hang out late, they like to get shit faced and keep pace with thugs. Till late one night, there was a big gunfight. Max lost his head. He pulled out his Colt 45, talked some shit and wound
Go Pete. What up, lad?
Now his wife and his kids are caught in the midst of all of the pain.
I'm back 1 second.
Fucking Yogi Bear mission, fucking getting picnic baskets.
Wake up to hear the news. Then you really might know what it's like to have to lose. Then you really might know what it's like. Then you really might know what it's like.
I was on them Yogi Bear missions getting that food, you know?
How'd that mission go?
Good. Some fucking pork sausages, some fucking chicken kebabs.
Good shit. Fucking oath. What did I have?
And then just before you know that fucking, there's one of those like, I don't know what they're called. They're like those, they're like long, but they're a donut. They got the cream and jam. I just put like a good amount of honey on the top of the cunt.
Yeah. Diabetes, that's what that's called. Fucking
oath.
Yeah, no, it's good to see you though, bro. I hope you're having a good holidays with the kid. Good Christmas. Fuck, eh?
Shit, bro.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Nah, good man. Where's your Billy? Man, okay. I'm fucking flip my setup around, bro. So I've got this over there, got the laptop over there now. This in front of me. So
Oh, true.
a little bit fucking still adjusting to it. Because whenever I'm looking at you, it looks like I'm looking away from you. But I'm not. So yeah.
That's right. I was going to say, whenever I'm looking at you, it's like looking at a star, but I'd take that back.
Looking at what? Looking at a star? What'd you say?
Yeah, bro, I was making one of them fucking, just making a bromantic fucking pickup line. Nah, bromantic, bro.
Yep. Whatever you call it. Fair enough. Let's have a Bills tonight. Hey. Oh, you're chopping.
Yeah, I've been lacking, bro. I got caught lacking.
Fuck. Sorry, bro. No, I hit my end.
I understand the disgrace I've put amongst the 420 community, and I apologize sincerely, everyone. To the bottom of the
You're
call,
making it worse. Stop talking. Nah, I'm just staring. Fucking gardens popping. Yeah.
Yeah, no, fucking right.
That's happening. So, yeah. Man, bro, I got this elderberry bush tree sort of thing. And it's it's struggling with this full sun. Hey, it is not meant to be. But yeah, I reckon 1 week of South Australia's summers is going to drop the cunt. But fingers crossed by then I can have some sort of shade cloth thing rigged up with a sprinkler system so I can mist them, keep them nice and cool.
My plant's gone into full regrowth.
Kind of what?
Anyway, so I've put it in the patio in a spot where the fucking sunlight gets cut off at the end of the day.
Right. Yeah, I just go with the angle of the sun and the veggie plots. So,
Yeah.
but even then, my plants are tiny as fuck. So, yeah.
There's not a single fucking leaf on it at the moment that's got 5 fingers.
Oh, real.
Yeah, so it's like it looks like a whole new plant again, but at like a semi-mature height.
Hmm.
And like, yeah, all the bud pistils they're just like swelling and it's just growing all new shoots out of like the fucking crowns and shit.
I wish you could be more aggressive when you're transplanting things, and I'd have
I
like
know,
a
right?
full garden going right now. But
I mean, you sort of can if you just use a good amount of sea salt.
hmm,
Just fucking keep it in the
I
shade for
killed,
24 hours and
I
hope for the
killed like
best.
what two seedlings, I reckon.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, not happy.
I was gonna do 2 more or 1 or 2 more seeds today, but I ended up fucking potting up my fucking hybrid chili plant.
Yeah, fuck oath, good shit. See that moon?
Yeah, bro. At the moment, it's golden here.
Oh, real?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. They
I
must
was gonna,
have one of them fancy fucking solar fucking things covering it or some shit. I don't know.
I was gonna go get Brugsmansia cut in, but I read that fucking
Yeah,
especially
you
on the
know,
full moon. Yeah, the closer to the full moon, like it can be as strong as like touching the flowers. Too much can like
you're gonna
be like too
fucking
much.
eat some or you're gonna smoke some.
I'm just gonna research it.
Why don't you
Try and make
couple it? Why don't you couple it with some changa?
do some dark shamanic shit.
No, not dark shamanic shit. It's not a dark plant, bro. It's just the association that Western society has with it because people decided they're going to extract it and then refine it 80 times over and then smoke that intense. There's not even 80x DMT, bro. Could you imagine if, like, we've got
Hey,
5-MeO DMT, but could you imagine an 80x 5-MeO DMT, bro?
fuck that.
Like, think about that for a sec. That's, yeah. And you wonder why these lads fritz because it doesn't have that DMT aspect where it puts you to sleep.
I'm a fucking
You know what I
I'm
mean?
a
Or,
witch doctor.
or calms you, knocks you. Yeah. Salvia, just from what I've seen with people that aren't taking it ceremonially or
Fuck Sylvie.
without a good intention or any fucking context, they're just like, let's
It's
smoke some.
cool, but it's
Like,
too real.
them cunts, bro, they're what make the compilation. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It
Just
was a
had a
day true. That's more
flashback.
just researching the
Bro,
scene.
I could have made the compilation, but anyway. Mm,
Yeah. It's just an interesting plant. It's definitely botany and shit, you know.
for sure.
You
For
know, I feel
sure.
like being a witch
Um,
doctor.
yeah. Mm,
Because you make like asthmatic fucking medications and like tonically it doesn't metabolize through your
I'm
liver and
not
it's
taking
fairly
any of
sweet
that
tonically.
for asthma ever.
No, like on your skin, like it's chest rub and shit.
Nah, never.
Yeah, fuck no.
Nah,
I'll let you know.
nah. If you brought that plant into my building, this is the situation, right? I'd go dopey. Do you remember that stream that night where I said if you bring that plant into my building, and you'd go, yeah, and then I'd stick a gun underneath your chin and take the back of your skull off with a single shot.
No, I might as well eat the plant.
Just eat it, yeah, yeah, just eat it.
So
But
we
any,
might as well try it tonight.
is it good for anything other than losing your mind?
Nah,
nah,
Generations skin health.
nah, not that I know of. Why else would you take it anyway? Fucking this
No,
cunt.
read on the benefits on the tonic solutions, like the skin solutions, like when you use
I'm giving
topically.
it a bit of flat. I'm giving it a bit of shit, aren't I? I shouldn't do that because I feel like the spirit realm, like the plant kingdom, will be sitting there frowning upon me like this cunt thinks he's
Yeah,
fucking.
smoking and eating it.
Belladonna's gonna be sitting there fucking in a black dress waiting for me. Like, yeah, remember all that shit you're talking? I'm like, yeah, I was just kidding, bro. Fucking come on, man. It was only a joke. I'm doing all them ones, you know. Wait, whose bong is it? I think it's your bong. Here you go, Cat. Look, I even packed that for you, mate. There you go, lad. You have one.
Yeah.
I'll have one. We'll both have
Interesting read
one.
about the topic solutions for the skin health, nail health, fucking like fungal shit. Like you got fucking fungal problems on your feet. There's like properties in there. Just gotta
Yeah,
know how to
get
use
this.
those properties.
Apparently, if you just like go down to the beach and stuff, and like you just, bro, how do you get fucking fungus on your feet, lad? That
I
spun
don't
me
know.
out.
I
As,
don't got
as a kid,
feet.
I wound up with
I
that
think
bullshit
people
as
like
a
to learn
kid.
about it.
But yeah,
They're just the cool things you learn about it, you know? All the things that has like these
yeah, bro, I've learned
traditional.
lots of cool things, man. Heaps like Johnson and Johnson's baby powder has asbestos in it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
anyway, fucking.
Fucking hell.
Who's there? Oh, just like that. Just like that. That's how quick it happens, people.
I'm gonna have
But
silicosis
yeah,
by
I
the time
got.
I'm 40.
Yeah,
Sugar up.
cheese gun.
Bro, I want to get into the ice creams, but this is gonna be sounding like some fucking over the hedge sort of shit happening in there.
Don't procrastinate. Just do.
Ooh.
Fucking hell.
Ah,
Along comes Mary, Mary, Mary. Fuck, a good song. I can't
don't do
play
that
it
in a
though.
bit.
Oh, fuck. What you say?
Oh, then I was singing a different verse from a different song from yeah.
Don't you start singing and get me copyrighted, cunt.
Nah, I can't even think of my words right now, bro. So you're safe. You're safe.
Fucking hell, I don't even know what to chuck on.
Something on the Doco channel. Some fucking lions hunting some gazelle.
Hey, you said something about a lion and a gazelle, but my brain heard Aldous Huxley. So
Yeah, that'll do.
brace yourselves, people. You're in for some
You got the
fucking philosophy.
Pete and
You're
Bad's
in for a
Christmas song.
philosophy. Wait, what?
Pete and Bad's Christmas song I sent on Facebook today.
Bro,
Oh,
Facebook,
they're in Christmas uniforms. Have you seen
Facebook and social media. I used to
them?
think like they're like fucking big time wasters, doom scrolling all that shit. But get this, the algorithm's tailored to your personalized interest search results,
Oh yeah.
pupil dilation, eye movement,
Really
what you
accepted
look
site
at,
cooking
how long you
shit.
spend on it. The algorithm is designed for you, is tailored to you. So all that fucked up shit that you see too is like where it shows your RDs and whatnot, real life situations with people getting fucked up and other stuff. I think that's an opportunity to not be afraid, not get scared, and also not react. It's shadow work. You know what I mean? It's your own personalized shadow work, fucking device sort of thing. I've seen a
And when you
post
accept
on it
that
earlier today.
those site cookies
Yeah,
are fucking translating back to added apps and shit
that's
like
it,
how
and
you
that's
like
why
it.
you get a
Just
fucking email from that company trying to sell you a sweater for your dog. You're like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
cunt? Hey. Alright. Aldous Huxley, yeah, you can tell he was a bit fried, but let's go into the first book that I read by Aldous Huxley, and that's The Doors of Perception. If it wants to play.
Another one. Right.
In the spring of 1953, Humphrey Osmond, a psychiatrist, offered me the chance to take part in an experiment to further understand the psychological effects of mescaline. At 11 a.m., I swallowed 4/10 of a gram dissolved in half a glass of water and sat down to wait for the
That's a
results.
decent standard trip dose.
An hour and a half later, I was sitting in my study looking intently at a small glass vase. A bunch of flowers shining with their own inner light and all but quivering under the pressure of the significance with which they were charged. What rose and iris and carnation so intensely signified was nothing more and nothing less than what they were. A transience that was yet eternal life. A perpetual perishing that was at the same time pure being. A bundle of minute, unique particulars in which, by some unspeakable and yet self-evident paradox, was to be seen the divine source of all existence.
There you go. So that's a little bit about his mescaline trip, and he's actually got a book written called The Doors of Perception. Funny enough, The Doors of Perception was the first book by Aldous Huxley that I read cover to cover once, not multiple times, so integrations slim to fucking none realistically. But that being his first trip, he goes through a bunch of different motions, and one including a chair, right? And specifically about what makes up the chair. Now, the things that make up the chair is no different than the things that make up himself, and that him and the chair are one. It's a strange fucking concept to play with, but he's not wrong.
Everything at the end of the day is just a vibrating atom, and it's fucking manifests in its shape as we walk through that fucking dimension of time and light that we're fucking computing at that second. That's
Fuck
what
yeah,
makes
Brave New World, LSD book, I reckon.
One thing stopping me from mess is just having a place to boil it. But I want to.
Boil it on the fire outside.
No, all and that will be all funny about it.
Do it anyway.
Yeah, I want to go camping and do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the distinguished author, Mr. Aldous Huxley.
Brave New World is a fantastic parable about the dehumanization of human beings. In the negative utopia described in my story, man has been subordinated to his own inventions. Science, technology, social organization, these things have ceased to serve man. They have become his masters. A quarter of a century has passed since the book was published. In that time, our world has taken so many steps in the wrong direction that if I were writing today, I would date my story not 600 years in the future, but at the most 200. The price of liberty and even of common humanity is eternal vigilance.
CBS Radio, a division of the Columbia Broadcasting System and its 217 affiliated stations, present the premiere broadcast of the CBS Radio Workshop, radio's distinguished series dedicated to man's imagination, the theater of the mind. Tonight, part one of two half-hour programs devoted to one of the world's most shocking and famous novels, Aldous Huxley's terrifying forecast of the future, Brave New World. We are proud to have Mr. Huxley as narrator for these broadcasts. Original music.
Just so we're clear, before we go any further, you've got Alan Watts, Terence McKenna, Aldous Huxley, a few other philanthropists, theologists, botanists, psychotherapists, and whatnot. Philosophers, smart fucking people, educated people, and gentlemen at that. Right? With that being said, the Gentlemen's Club is Freemasonry. Right? There's not just Freemasonry, and this is where people get, whatever, it's just Freemason shit. It's not just Freemasonry. It does go back to like the Rosicrucians, and it stems from the Vatican and different sects from that and whatnot. And you got the Knights Templar as well, and I've got heritage that goes back to them, which is fucking strange. And a common thing that someone else pointed out to me was a good chunk of their friends happened to have heritage from them too. I was like, huh. And then I started digging with my mates, and I'm like, how far does it go back? You got Knights Templars in your family? I'm like, yeah, going. I'm like, fuck, hey. We're going to be the next, like, crusader sort of thing. You know, bring the world back in a holy war. I don't know. But I'll keep rolling with this. I'm making the assumption that Aldous Huxley, given the time that it was 1956 as well, he would have been in with the CIA and maybe even early MK Ultra studies. But we'll keep rolling.
Music is composed and conducted by Bernard Herrmann.
What the fuck is that?
This is Aldous Huxley, and these are the sounds of the brave new world, of test tube and decanter, of hissing injectors and gurgling blood substitute. The year is AF 632, 632 years after Ford. We are inside the London Hatchery and Conditioning Centre, and this is the fertilizing room, an enormous laboratory where the temperature is never allowed to fall below 98.6. And here comes the director of hatcheries and conditioning in person, bringing with him a group of young students.
Tomorrow you will be settling down to serious work. Today I just want to give you a general idea of things. These are the incubators, and here is the week's supply of ovum, kept at blood heat. Come along, boys.
What up, bro? What's up?
I said 100% that's an old school Diddy party.
No, bro. Apparently it's a fertilization lab, he said. But it sounds like they got some. He said incubators. What could they be incubating, lad? How fascinating, bruv. This is the first time I've heard this. I've heard of the book before, but I've never heard of him in the background in this recording. It's fucking strange sound. Bear with us. We'll see where it goes.
Now here, we immerse the eggs into a warm bouillon containing free-swimming spermatozoa. Immersion continues until the eggs are all fertilized. And over here is where we bottle the alphas and betas. In short, gentlemen, the perfect process for manufacturing healthy babies. Are there any questions?
Sir, will you explain the Bakanovsky process?
Whoa, hold on a second. Hold on a second. What have I just stumbled on by accident? Are they talking about baby farms?
Bro, it's where Barack Obama's made.
Bro, dude, that's a cloning facility that he's in. Could you hear the machinery going? That sounds like steampunk fucking. Pichu, pichu. Like, what's happening there, lad? Do you reckon they've got a big dildo machine and like a big,
Holy shit,
big
bro.
swimming
That,
pool
bro,
full of eggs?
this is a Diddy mansion, bro. I'm telling you. He's been around longer than we thought.
What do you reckon a 1956 pocket pussy looks like with that size and that capacity to?
Oh, fuck. Well, fucking tires were just wooden rims. I could only imagine it was something uncomfortable.
Cabbage Patch Kids. Sigmund Freud was a pedo, as was his father. I have no idea who Sigmund Freud was, so
It was probably just like a watermelon stuck in a fire to warm up a little bit and they put a hole in it.
yeah, not sure. I'm gonna keep rolling this because I'm tripping over this right now.
I'm glad you asked that. Students, take this down. Bakunovsky's process, where in olden times one egg made one embryo which made one baby. Today we've improved on all that. Now the egg will divide from 8 to 96 buds, and every bud will grow into a perfectly formed embryo, and every embryo into a mature baby, making 96 human beings grow where only one grew before. Progress.
But what advantage is it, sir? I mean...
Oh, my good boy, can't you see? Where in olden times nature allowed us only to have twins or perhaps triplets or so, today we can create scores, yes, scores of identical individuals. We can manufacture men and women in uniform batches. Think of it. An entire factory staffed with the product of one single egg. 96 identical individuals working 96 identical machines. At last, society really knows where it stands. Remember, it was our Ford who gave us the concept of the assembly line when he was on Earth many centuries ago. And now, boys, we will go up to the bottling room where we shall see how we create each class of society, alphas, betas, deltas, etc. Come with me.
Yeah, we're alpha, boy.
Well, Lenina.
Oh, director.
Oh, charming, charming. What are you injecting into our embryos today, my dear? Typhoid antitoxins?
Yes, sir.
Are you busy this afternoon?
Oh, not after 5, sir.
Good. Suppose we get together then on the roof.
That would be fine.
I've admired you for some time, Lenina. I'm looking forward to a
fertilized
closer
too.
acquaintance.
Thank you, sir.
And now,
This could
boys,
just
we're
be
off to the bottling
part of
room.
his book.
You are a lucky girl. The director of hatcheries and conditioning. Oh, hello, Fanny. Oh, you can trust the director to be the perfect gentleman. I saw him pat you. He wants me. You see? That shows what he stands for. The strictest conventionality. And it's about time you started belonging to someone else, my dear.
But I like Henry Foster. We've only been with each other 4 months.
4 months.
Just skipping through.
New Mexico. I visited there once myself, many years ago. Dreadful, filthy.
Yeah. Anyway, Aldous Huxley. We'll find another philosopher.
Alright, about that. You all have a
See
good
you
night.
soon, my bro. Get some rest.
Fucking oath.
God bless.
You too, Ray. Peace out.
Hell yeah, shout out to my brother Dopey. Alright. Cabbage Patch Kids, Orphan Trains. Psychiatric principles. Let's hit you with some Alan Watts.
This is the special thing about Buddhism. Everything in Buddhism sounds negative. Let's put it this way. Let's suppose you engage yourself in a relationship with the Buddha, or with one. I mean, there are hundreds of Buddhas. The one we call Gautama is just the historical Buddha that everybody knows about. But one Buddha leads to another, because as a result of his relationships with people, he turns them into Buddhas too, awakened people. Now, you meet one of these people, and he's going to give you a rough time. But one of the Buddhas running around these days is Krishnamurti. And Krishnamurti absolutely destroys everybody's religion. Why do you believe this? Why are you hanging on to that? Why do you want to insist that this idea is so? See? And he shows you that all your fixed formulations, all the ideas to which you cling, are spurious. And Buddhism was one of the ways of doing just that. So one might say simply this to try and sum up what Buddhism is about. The word Buddha is derived from the root Bud in Sanskrit, B-U-D-H, which means to be awake. So the Buddha is the awakened man, the man who woke up. What does he wake up from? Obviously a dream. And what kind of a dream is this? Well, I would call it a state of hypnosis. And this state of hypnosis, although I'm using hypnosis in a rather archaic sense of the word, is a state of being entranced, spellbound, fascinated, and this is called in Sanskrit avidya. A-V-I-D-Y-A. Vidya is knowledge in Sanskrit. And it is the root from which we get videre in Latin, to see, and so vision in English. So putting the A in front of it means non. Avidya, not seeing, ignorance, ignorance, where you see but you ignore everything that you're not looking at. When you put the beak of a chicken on a white chalk line, and the chicken is fascinated with that and can't get away from the chalk line, that's avidya. So in the same way, our beaks were put on a chalk line when we were hypnotized into the notion of attending to life by conscious attention alone, by the spotlight to the exclusion of the floodlight.
Hectic, bro.
And so we began to imagine that we were separate individuals. What is called in Buddhism Sakhaya Drishti, the view of separateness. And a Buddha is one who has overcome that. He is awakened from that illusion, from that state of hypnosis, and he knows that well, I can't put what he knows in any positive terms. Buddhism has no doctrines at all that you have to believe in. I don't care what background you come from, whether you're a Roman Catholic or one extreme or a logical positivist at the other. Both are clinging to something, you see? And so the method of Buddhism is to knock out the underpinnings and say, well, not only do we not believe in anything, we don't even believe in not believing in anything. You know, you crawl into a hole and pull the hole in after you. But in this case, you do the exact opposite of that. That's a defensive move, to crawl into a hole. In this way, you crawl into great space and then pull the space out after you. And to go through this is pretty rough, because you can do it on what seems at first to be a merely intellectual level. See, you can engage a group of people in discussion, and you can start, whenever they propose an idea that is their sort of guiding principle of life, you demolish it, show that it doesn't hold water. And step by step you unearth, by talking with them, what are the fundamental ideas they're operating on. Everybody is. Everybody is a philosopher. Everybody has metaphysics, although they may not know what it is, because they've never examined it. But by this method you bring it out. You demolish it. And this suddenly, what seemed like a very nice intellectual discussion, turns into sheer murder. people get really anxious. They develop all the trembles and the symptoms of extreme anxiety. And so they finally say to the guru, the teacher, well, heaven's sakes, what do you believe in? He says, I'm not proposing anything. I didn't set anything up. Well, how do you navigate? How do you exist? This is what's the problem. Because you see, what we're moving from, as I suggested a moment ago, we're moving from a state of affairs where we're accustomed to navigation on land to a state of affairs where we're in the water. And this is very critical for today because the impact of modern science on Western culture has been very similar to this. In Christianity, we sing hymns like How Firm a Foundation and Rock of Ages, Ein feste Burg, a mighty fortress is our God. We've something to stand on. The church's one foundation is Jesus Christ, her Lord, you know. And this firm thing. All right, suddenly all that disappears or becomes implausible. And we find ourselves swimming or sinking. Now, when you find that you're living in the midst of the universe of relativity, well, there's nothing you can hold on to. You've got to learn how to swim. And to swim, you've got to relax and stop grabbing. So this is what Buddhism does. When it says it's the art of let go, of non-attachment. Non-attachment doesn't mean that you lose your appetite for dinner. It means simply that you stop grabbing. You get rid of stickiness. Stickiness in the sense of, for example, when a wheel has an axle that's too tight and it sticks. You want to loosen it up a bit. You don't want it too loose. You don't want it floppy. Like a lot of people, when you tell them to relax, they become like a little rag. It's not relaxing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to rip one more bit in, and then I'm going to wrap this one up here. I'll catch us all tomorrow at some point. Maybe for a wake and bake. We'll see. 50-50 on it. But it's good to see everyone. Yeah. Alright. Let's do it. Last one. Cheers, people. God bless. I appreciate everyone that's still here. Wrong one. And everybody that tuned in and that jumped up. You're all awesome. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.